Luke, a 19-year-old freshman art student, is shy and introspective, with dark hair, olive skin, and soulful brown eyes, finding peace in his sketchpad. Ryan, 27, is his bold opposite. A chiseled football star with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a magnetic grin, fighting to secure his college scholarship after years of hustle. Their worlds merged in a heated moment, turning Luke's quiet crush into a fiery romance. Now together, Luke invites you to follow their journey through love and drama.
Jeff caught me and Ryan kissing, snapped that photo, and now it's everywhere. My phone's buzzing so much I've turned off notifications. Ryan got kicked off the football team for punching Jeff, his scholarship hanging by a thread. Now I'm here, sitting on this couch with Ryan, about to face Mom and Dad. My stomach's a mess, like bees are swarming inside. What if they don't accept me? What if being gay changes how they see me? And Ryan, what if they think he's trouble instead of the guy who's everything to me? I'm perched on the edge of the couch, picking at a loose thread on my jeans, trying not to look at Dad. He's in his armchair, leaning forward, his face serious, like when he's about to ask why I didn't finish my chores. Mom's curled up on the other couch, her hands wrapped around her tea mug, her eyes soft but sharp, like she's reading every twitch I make. Ryan's right beside me, his shoulder brushing mine, and that tiny touch feels like a lifeline. I glance at him. His jaw's set, but his eyes are steady calm, like he's ready for whatever comes. It makes me want to be stronger than I feel. Dad clears his throat and my heart jumps. "Luke," he starts, his voice low, careful. "This photo's caused a lot of noise. We need to talk about you being gay, about what it means for you." My cheeks burn and I stare at my sneakers, my hands twisting in my lap. I knew this was coming, but hearing it out loud makes it so real. Yeah, I mumble, my voice barely there. "I'm gay. I've known for a while." Mom leans forward, her mug set down now, her voice gentle. "Sweetheart, we've known too, for years. We were just waiting for you to tell us, when you were ready." I blink, my throat tight, and look up at her. Her eyes are warm, no judgment, just love. I cringe a little, she's saying it so openly, and it's weird, like my insides are on display. "You knew?" I ask, my voice shaky. Dad nods, firm but kind. "No issue with you being gay, Luke. Never has been. It's who you are, and we love you." Relief hits me like a wave, and I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. My eyes sting, but I blink it back, glancing at Ryan. He's smiling, this quiet, proud smile that steadies me. "Thanks," I whisper, feeling lighter, like a knot's unraveling. Dad shifts, his gaze moving to Ryan. "Now, about you two, I must admit, I never suspected you were gay, Ryan. You're 28, Luke's 19. That age gap? It worries me. 9 years is a lot at his age." My stomach twists again. 9 years sounds big when he says it like that, like Ryan's from another world. I want to jump in, say it's not a big deal, but my words stick, and I just sit there, face hot. Mom jumps in, her voice light, teasing. "Oh, Bill, don't get all high and mighty. I was a sophomore when you were a senior, remember? You were chasing me while I was still figuring out my major." Dad's lips twitch, but he shakes his head. "That was 3 years, Angela, not 9. It's not the same. Luke's just starting out, college, life. I'm worried he's too young for something this serious." Mom sets her mug down, her smile soft but firm. "Bill, Luke's an old soul. You know that. He's always been wiser than his years, reading those heavy books, sketching like he's pouring his heart out. I'd rather him be with someone mature, like Ryan, who gets him, than some kid his age who doesn't." I blush harder, Mom's words hitting deep. Old soul, I guess she's right. I've always felt a little out of step with guys my age, more into art and quiet nights than parties. Ryan's hand brushes mine, quick and hidden, like he's saying he gets it too. Dad sighs, rubbing his jaw. "Maybe, but it's still a lot, Ryan. Luke's young, and I expect you to keep that in mind. Don't let him get hurt. Ryan nods, his voice steady.
Dr. Dalton, I promise, Luke's my priority. I'll always have his back, and I'll never push him into anything he's not ready for. I respect him too much.
Dad's eyes narrow slightly, his tone sharpening. Bobby told me this relationship's very young. How do you two even know you care about each other? My heart stumbles, and I glance at Ryan, my face burning hotter. I open my mouth, but my voice catches, so Ryan steps in, calm but honest.
Yes, it's new, sir, but I felt this way about Luke for a long time, over a year. I think he has too.
I nod, swallowing hard. Yeah, I say, my voice small. I've liked Ryan forever, Dad. Dad's brow furrows, a flash of annoyance crossing his face. Forever? And you didn't tell us? You're my son, Luke. We should have known what's going on with you. Ryan leans forward, his voice steady but respectful.
Doc Dalton, I waited on purpose. I wanted Luke to be in college, to have more time to figure himself out. I wouldn't have even approached him if I wasn't sure he felt the same. And I wouldn't have come to you and Mrs. Dalton until I knew for certain, out of respect. It's still early, but it's real. Eventually, we would have discussed it with you. But Jeff Sullivan kind of forced us out before we were ready.
Dad's jaw tightens, but he doesn't snap. He just looks at us, like he's turning it over. Mom touches his arm, her voice soft. Bill, they're being honest now. That's what matters. I hold my breath, waiting until Dad exhales, his shoulders easing a bit. All right, but no more secrets, you hear? I nod fast, relief creeping back in. No more secrets, I promise, my voice steadier. Mom smiles, leaning forward again. Luke, honey, tell us about you two. You say you felt attracted to Ryan for a long time. How serious is this? What's in your heart? Her question catches me off guard, and I feel my eyes sting. It's so personal, laying it all bare, but I know I have to. I look at Ryan and he gives me this nod like you've got this. I take a deep breath, my hands still shaky. It's real, Mom. I've felt this for Ryan for over a year, even before we got together. I was too shy to say anything back then. You know how I get. But he was in my head, my dreams all the time. It's not some fling, it's everything. I cringe as I say it, my face burning. It's weird, spilling my heart to my parents like this, but I need them to understand. The room's quiet, just the clock ticking on the mantel. Mom's blinking back tears, her lips parted. Dad's face softens more, like he's seeing me in a new way. Dad clears his throat, his voice quieter. I wasn't always the guy you see now. Grew up scraping by, wrong side of the tracks. Your mom hid me from her folks till I got into med school, thought they'd never approve. Mom laughs, warm and soft. And I was wrong to wait, scared they wouldn't see how much I loved you. They share a look, all private and smiley, and it hits me. They're stories like mine, hiding something big, hoping for acceptance. My worry about them not getting Ryan, not getting me. It's their past, too. Relief mixes with hope, and I feel my shoulders loosen. So you are okay with us? I ask, my voice barely there, scared to break it. Dad nods, firm. You being gay's fine, Luke. You and Ryan? I'm coming around, but I'm watching. I trust you'll do right by him, Ryan. Ryan nods again, serious.
Always, sir.
Mom's smile grows. You don't need to hide anymore, sweetheart. We're here. I exhale, a shaky laugh slipping out. It's like a weight's gone, and I can breathe deep for the first time in forever. My eyes are wet, but I don't care. I'm just happy. Dad shifts again, his tone shifting to business. About that photo, my attorneys are digging in. Jeff trespassed to take it, with the intent to spread it and cause harm. The board axed Ryan for the punch, but they're ignoring Jeff's mess. I'm on it. Dad leans forward, his brow furrowing slightly. Ryan, have you thought about a student loan if the scholarship is lost? Ryan's jaw tightens, and he shakes his head.
I can't, sir. My mom's already drowning in debt. She borrowed against her house to cover my grandfather's surgery and treatment before he passed. I've got to help her pay it back. More debt's just not an option.
I blink stunned. Dad's already fighting for us? It feels huge, like a shield I didn't expect. I nod, grateful but too overwhelmed to speak. A creak comes from the hallway, and I spot Ellie peeking out, her stuffed bunny dangling, pajamas wrinkled. Mom catches her too. "Ellie Marie Dalton?" she says, stern but soft. "Are you eavesdropping again?" Ellie giggles, stepping forward, unbothered. "I just wanted to know if Luke and Ryan are boyfriends." I laugh, my face red but my heart light. Ryan grins, and the tension just melts. "Yeah, Ellie," I say, steadier now. "Ryan's my boyfriend." Ellie squeals, echoing through the room, and runs to Ryan. She leaps into his arms, bunny and all, and Ryan catches her, laughing easy. Mom's got tears now, her smile huge. I'm blinking fast, my chest so full it aches. Dad's watching, a small frown lingering like he's still thinking, but he stays quiet. "Come on," Mom says, standing. "Dinner's ready, lasagna tonight." We move to the dining room, and it's quieter than usual. Mom's lasagna's gooey, perfect, but I'm still processing, poking at my noodles more than eating. Ryan's across from me, chatting with Mom about her roses, all natural, like he fits here. Dad's silent, cutting his food, not mad, but deep in thought. Ellie sneaks Ryan extra garlic bread, giggling when he acts surprised. It's warm, friendly, but there's this undercurrent, like we're all settling into something new, fragile, but good. I walk Ryan out after, the porch light buzzing, stars peeking through. He brushes my hand, his voice low.
"You okay?"
"Yeah," I say, meaning it. "Thanks for being you." He flashes that crooked smile, pulls me into a quick hug.
"We got this,"
he whispers, then drives off. I watch his taillights fade, my heart full, head spinning. Later, I text him to check in. He says he talked to his mom and grandma, just a quick chat in their kitchen over leftover pizza. His mom hugged him, said she's proud of how he's handling everything, even with the team mess. His grandma was excited, wants to meet me. It's small, but it's them, steady, like Ryan. Knowing he's got that at home makes me feel even better, like we're both held up by people who care. So last night left me floating, telling Mom and Dad about Ryan, saying he's my boyfriend out loud. It was like jumping off a cliff and landing in a pile of feathers. Ellie's squeal still echoes in my head. Mom's tears. Dad's nod. I'm still wrapping my mind around it. Today was quieter, but the world's not letting up. My phone's still buzzing with that photo. Whispers about Ryan and Jeff circling like vultures. It's heavy, and I can feel it wearing on Ryan too. This afternoon, he texted me, "Need you." No noise. That was it. I didn't even think. Just grabbed my sketch pad and drove to his place. Now it's late. The town's gone quiet, and I'm here at his granny flat, hoping we can steal a moment where it's just us. I'm sitting cross-legged on this blanket, Ryan spread out on his deck, fairy lights twinkling above us, like they're trying to outshine the stars. The air's cool, a little piney, mixed with the spicy smell of the hot wings we just polished off. There's a table nearby with empty baskets, a couple of beer bottles catching the light, and this lo-fi playlist humming from inside. Soft beats, chill vibes, like it's wrapping us up in our own little world. Ryan's next to me, leaning back on his hands, his flannel shirt open just enough to make my cheeks heat up. He's staring at the sky, and I'm trying not to stare at him. But it's tough. His jaw's all sharp angles, his eyes steady even with everything piling up.
"Come here,"
Ryan says, his voice low, a little rough around the edges. He pats the blanket closer, and I scoot over, my knee bumping his.
Just us tonight, okay?
I nod, my heart doing that fluttery thing it does when he gets like this. Yeah, just us. He points up, tracing a line through the stars.
Check it out, Orion, 3 stars in a row like a belt.
I squint, then laugh, keeping it soft. What's this, my jock boyfriend turning into a star nerd? Ryan grins, but it's tight, like something's pressing on him.
Picked it up in high school, kept me grounded when things got rough.
He pauses, and his voice drops, raw.
Luke, all this, team kicking me out, campus buzzing, I'm scared it's gonna break us. I keep thinking your folks might rethink things, or all these eyes on you. What if it pushes you away?
His words hit me like a quiet punch. I see the worry in his eyes, his jaw clenched, and it twists something in my chest. I shift closer, our shoulders touching now. Ryan, nothing's pushing me away. Mom and Dad, they're solid. They're with us, I swear. All the campus noise. The photo, it doesn't change this. On the field or off, you're where I belong. He looks at me, his eyes softening, like he's letting my words settle deep.
You really mean that?
Every single word, I say, resting my head against his shoulder. He relaxes under me just a little, and it feels like we're holding each other up. I grab my sketch pad from beside me, flipping to a fresh page. Ryan watches as I pick up my charcoal pencil and start sketching him, his brow, the way his nose curves, that messy hair I love. My hands moving fast, like it's trying to catch everything I feel before it slips away.
You get this look when you draw.
Ryan says, his voice warm, teasing.
All focused, kinda hot.
I blush, ducking my head, but I keep sketching. Shut up. You make it easy to draw. He leans closer, his breath brushing my cheek as he watches my pencil move.
You make me better, Luke.
My hand slows, and I look up, catching his eyes. They're dark, burning with a hunger that sets my pulse racing. I let the sketch pad fall to the blanket, my breath catching as Ryan stands, his silhouette framed by the fairy light's golden glow. He extends a hand, his voice low and rough.
Come with me.
I take it, his grip firm, pulling me to my feet. My heart pounds as he leads me inside, past the worn table with empty wing baskets, the lo-fi playlist humming softly. We cross the threshold into his bedroom, the air warmer, scented with his cologne and the faint musk of us. He guides me to the bed, the mattress dipping under our weight as he pulls me down, our lips crashing together. Slow at first, tentative, like we're tasting the moment. Then it deepens, ravenous, my hands gripping his chest, his fingers slipping under my shirt, hot against my skin. I shiver, not from the cool night air, as the world narrows to the heat of his body, and the soft creak of the bed beneath us. We move as one, peeling away clothes until it's just skin on skin, the blanket soft beneath us. Ryan's hands are everywhere, grazing my back, squeezing my hips, tracing my throat, each touch a spark that ignites a wildfire. I arch into him, nails biting into his shoulders as his lips blaze a trail down my neck, nipping my collarbone, then lower, his breath scorching my chest. My head tips back, stars swirling in my vision, and I'm drowning in him, in the heat of his touch. We lie there, breathless, tangled on the blanket, the night air cooling our drenched skin. Every touch, every moment feels like a vow, a middle finger to the chaos trying to rip us apart. I cling to him, heart hammering, as we hold each other tight. Damn, Ryan's taste, his touch. It's like diving into a world where nothing else exists, and I never want to come up for air. We pull back eventually, lying side by side. Ryan's hand finds mine, our fingers lacing together like they were made for this.
Last night was good, right?
He asks, his thumb brushing my knuckles.
Your family, they're really okay with us?
I smile, picturing Mom's hug, Ellie's bunny flopping as she jumped on him. Better than good. Mom's already talking about you coming over for dinner on Friday evening. Well, Dad. But he's cool. He's even got lawyers digging into Jeff's stunt. Ryan nods, but his jaw tightens again.
I hate that you're caught in this. People staring, whispering. You shouldn't have to deal with it.
I sit up grabbing the sketch I made. It's rough, but it's his. Strong, real, mine. I hand it to him. I'm choosing you, Ryan. Every day, every mess, I'm in. He takes it, his fingers tracing the lines, and I catch a flicker in his eyes, like he's holding back something big. Then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a worn leather keychain, a tiny football charm swinging from it.
This was my grandpa's.
He says, pressing it into my palm.
Kept it with me through everything. Now it's yours. It's us.
I close my fingers around it. My throat tight. Us, I whisper, and I lean in, kissing him again, softer now, like sealing a vow. Last night at Ryan's was like stepping into a world where nothing could touch us. Those fairy lights, the sketch I gave him, his grandpa's keychain sitting heavy in my pocket now. It felt like we were untouchable, wrapped up in each other. His kisses, his voice breaking when he said he was scared of losing me. It's all still buzzing in my head, making me hold on tighter. But reality's loud today. My phone's still lighting up with that photo. People whispering about Ryan and Jeff, his scholarship. Got it home late last night, slept like a rock, and spent today sketching to keep my nerves in check. Mom texted earlier saying Ryan's coming for Friday dinner, her big casserole night, and Bobby's gonna be here too, which feels good because he brings lightness to every occasion. I'm nervous, not gonna lie. Wednesday's talk with Mom and Dad was good, but this legal stuff Dad's been hinting at, it's got my stomach in knots. What's his next move? I'm at the dining room table, my fingers drumming on Mom's blue plates, the ones she pulls out for family nights. The room's all cozy, smelling like her broccoli cheese casserole, warm and cheesy, with a pitcher of iced tea sweating in the middle. Mom's in the kitchen, clinking dishes, and Ellie's next to me coloring a dinosaur with a purple crayon, her tongue sticking out in focus. Ryan's across from me, looking way too good in a navy button-up, his hair a little damp like he just showered. He catches my eye, flashing a small smile that sends my heart flipping. Bobby's next to him, slouched back, picking at a roll already. Dad's at the head of the table, glasses low on his nose, flipping through some papers with that look he gets when he's about to drop something big. The chandelier's glowing soft, but there's this charge in the air, like we're all braced for what's coming. Mom sweeps in, setting down a basket of rolls. "All right, everybody, eat up before it's cold," she says, her voice bright but firm, like she's trying to keep things light. Ellie dives for a roll, tearing it apart, and I scoop casserole onto my plate, mostly to keep my hands busy. Bobby grins at Ellie, tossing her another roll like it's a football, and she giggles, catching it. Ryan's quiet, cutting his food, but I can tell he's on edge. His shoulders are tense, like he's still finding his place after Wednesday's talk. I want to nudge his hand, tell him it's okay, but with Dad right there, I settle for brushing his foot under the table. He glances up, his smile softening, and I feel a little steadier. Dad clears his throat, setting his papers down, and my stomach twists. Here we go. "Ryan, Luke," he starts, his voice all business. "We gotta talk about this situation with Jeff and the college." I freeze, my fork hovering. Ryan's eyes snap to Dad, focused, like he's ready for anything. Bobby sits up a bit, glancing at Ryan, and Ellie looks up, curious, until Mom nudges her to keep coloring. "Jeff trespassed on your landlord's property, Ryan," Dad says, leaning forward. "Snuck around to take that photo of you two. Spread it to hurt both you and Luke, cause a scene. That's intrusion upon seclusion, my lawyers at Harper and Stone tell me." Brian raises an eyebrow, nodding slow.
Harper and Stone? Damn, that's their top tier.
He says, his voice mixing respect and a little shock, like he didn't expect Dad to go this big. Bobby chimes in, pointing his fork at Ryan. Bro, that's the firm that got Coach's buddy out of that contract mess last year. They don't mess around. You gotta go for this, man. Ryan glances at Bobby, a small nod, like he's taking it in. I catch Bobby's eye and he gives me a quick grin, like he's got Ryan's back. It's nice. Dad keeps going, his tone steady, like he's laying out a playbook. The board kicked you out for punching Jeff. On the surface, that's a clean call, a rule violation. But they're ignoring Jeff's part. Trespass, provocation, blasting that photo. That's inconsistent. And it smells like a double standard, maybe even homophobia from some of those board members, even if they hide it. My heart's thumping now. Homophobia? I mean, I've heard whispers on campus, seen the way some guys look at us, but hearing Dad say it makes it real. Ryan's jaw tightens, but his eyes are bright, like hope's creeping in. Bobby leans forward, his voice low. Ryan, dude, if they're playing dirty like that, you can't let it slide. Push this. Harper and Stone's got the juice to make him sweat. I glance at Ryan, and he's listening, his hand gripping his glass a little tighter. Ellie's stopped coloring, staring at Dad, but Mom slides a roll onto her plate, whispering, Focus, sweetie. Dad folds his arms, leaning back. Here's the plan. We pressure the board for bias. Punishing you hard while letting Jeff walk? That's weak. We hit Jeff with a civil suit, trespass, privacy invasion, to scare off his parents' assault charge threats. The goal? Jeff backs down. You're reinstated, Ryan. Scholarship intact. The college puts out a statement saying Jeff provoked it, violated Luke's privacy. So your landlords, Brian and Barbara Woodward, that sweet older couple, they're both my patients. I did Barbara's hip replacement last year and barely charged them for it since Brian had some hefty medical bills the year before. Anyway, I was chatting with Brian this morning and he's totally on board with pressing trespassing charges against Jeff. We will push for compensation for Luke, maybe a year's free tuition, something symbolic for damages to pressure the board. My jaw drops a bit. Free tuition, a statement, it's a lot. I know Dad's using it to twist the board's arm, but it feels like he's fighting for me, for us, in a way I didn't expect. Ryan's staring at Dad like he's trying to process it all.
Dr. D,
He says, his voice rough.
Thank you, sir. I am very grateful for what you are doing. I just want Luke to be okay.
Bobby nods, pointing at Ryan again. That's why you gotta do this, man. Jeff's trying to tank you both. Let Doc D and those lawyers shut him down. Dad's eyes soften. Just a flicker. This is for both of you, Ryan. Luke's my son, and if you're in his life, that means your well-being affects him. I can't let them destroy you. I protect my family, and you are now practically part of it. My throat's tight, and I stare at my plate, blinking fast. Dad's always been strict, all about rules, but hearing him include Ryan like that, it's huge. I sneak a look at Ryan, and his eyes are shiny, like he's feeling it too. Bobby catches my glance and gives me a small nod, like he's saying we're good. But I can't shake this worry gnawing at me. Dad, I say, my voice quieter than I want. What if Jeff doesn't back off? He's kind of vicious. Dad's face firms up, not at me, but like he's ready for a fight. If Jeff pulls Ryan down, he will go down too. He is not innocent by any measure. Trespass could go criminal, not just a lawsuit. He'd be risking his team spot, maybe more. Harper and Stone's locked and loaded. Believe me, Jeff's survival instinct will kick in once he receives their letter. Bobby lets out a low whistle. Jeff's done for if he pulls anything. Ryan, you've got to let them go for it. Take your spot back, man. If you don't, I'm quitting the team too. Ryan starts to protest, but Dad jumps in. Bobby, nobody's quitting. Not you, not anyone. If Ryan's okay with my plan, he's back on the team and we're all moving forward. I nod, but my stomach's still churning. Jeff's got this way of slinking around, like a snake waiting to bite. I picture him on campus, smirking, and it makes my skin crawl. Ryan's hand brushes mine under the table, quick and secret, and it's like he's saying, We've got this. I hold on to that feeling, tight. Mom speaks up, her voice soft but steady. Bill, you're sure this won't make things harder for them? Legal stuff like this? It sounds heavy. Tad reaches for her hand, squeezing it. Ange, it's under control. We're fixing this. Luke's peace. Ryan's future. That's the priority. Ryan clears his throat, looking at Dad.
If this works, what's the catch for me? Suspension or...
Dad nods, like he's ready for it. Could be a 1-game suspension, maybe some community coaching to show you're accountable. It's reasonable, given Jeff pushed you into it. NCAA's seen worse get lighter. But the scholarship stays. Ryan exhales, his shoulders easing. I see hope in his face, but guilt too, like he's blaming himself for my stress.
I hate that Luke's getting dragged through this,
he says, almost too quiet to hear. Hey, I say, sharper than I mean. This is Jeff's doing, not yours. Bobby leans in, his voice firm. Luke's right. Jeff's the one who crossed the line. Ryan, you gotta fight this. Get back on the team. Show him you're not backing down. Ryan looks at me, his eyes soft, and I feel us pull closer, like nothing can break that. Mom smiles, warm and knowing. Ellie holds up her dinosaur picture. Look, Ryan, it's for you. We all laugh, even Dad, and it's like a window opening.
That's a masterpiece, Ellie,
Ryan says, leaning over for a high five.
going right on my fridge.
Dinner settles into something easier. Mom talks about her garden getting nibbled by rabbits. Bobby jokes about his coach's new playbook, and Ryan chimes in about his mom's tomato plants. I'm quieter, my mind spinning. Dad's plan sounds tight, but Jeff's like a storm cloud, always ready to ruin things. Still, with Ryan's knee against mine and Bobby's grin across the table, I feel like we're stronger than I thought. Later, after Ryan leaves, I'm in my room, sketching his keychain, its football charmer glinting under my lamp. I text him and he says dinner felt like family, like he belongs. I smile, thinking of Dad and Bobby backing him up. Maybe we're building something solid, one fight at a time. 5 days on, I'm crossing the quad, my backpack heavy with my sketch pad and pencils, my hoodie pulled up to block the morning chill. The campus is alive. Students laughing, a guy strumming a guitar under an oak tree, flyers flapping on every pole. I keep my head down, dodging eye contact, but I can't miss the bold text screaming from those flyers. Reinstate Ryan. Fire Jeff. My stomach flips. It's real now. People aren't just whispering about me and Ryan. They're shouting it. I pull out my phone, scrolling X to avoid the stares I'm sure are coming. The #sign Justice for Ryan is everywhere, trending locally. Emma's post pops up first, a photo of Ryan on the field, all focus and grit. It reads, expelled for a punch while Jeff's trespass gets a pass? Smells like a gay thing. Justice for Ryan. Bobby's retweeted it with a fist emoji, and my QB's coming back, bet. Comments pile up, comments like, boards full of cowards, or Luke and Ryan are goals. My face heats up. Goals? I'm just trying to get to class without tripping over my own feet. A group of students by the fountain catches my eye. They're taping up more flyers, rainbow pins glinting on their bags. One girl, with pink hair and a megaphone vibe, spots me. Yo, Luke, she calls, waving like we're old friends. You and Ryan are kicking ass. I freeze, my throat tight, and manage a weak smile, mumbling, thanks. My sneakers glued to the pavement, heart pounding. I'm not built for this. Attention feels like a spotlight burning through me. I duck toward the art building, my safe spot, but a theater kid with a beanie cuts me off, all grins. Dude, you and Ryan? Total goals. Keep it real. Thanks, I mutter again, my voice barely audible, and slip into a stairwell by the lecture hall. The cool concrete walls close around me, muffling the quad's noise. I lean against the railing, catching my breath, and text Emma. Everyone's staring. Feels like they all know. My fingers shake as I hit send. Her reply's instant. They're with you, Luke. You're their hero, RN. Own it. Hero? I'm nobody's hero. I'm the guy who'd rather sketch in the corner than wave at a crowd, but her words stick. Like maybe I'm not as alone as I feel. I tuck my phone away and head for the cafe, needing caffeine to survive this day. Inside, the cafe's packed, students hunched over laptops, baristas shouting orders. I grab a black coffee and slide into a corner table, hoping to disappear. My sketch pad's open, but I'm just doodling spirals, my mind on Ryan. He texted me last night after dinner. Said he felt like he belonged at our table. I'm clinging to that, to Dad's plan, to Bobby's grin, like they're armor against all this noise. A shadow falls over my table, and I look up to see Jeff. My stomach drops. He's got that smirk, the one that says he's still got cards to play. His Letterman jacket's slung over one shoulder, but his eyes are sharp. Mean. Well, well, he drawls, leaning on my table, too close. Your little love story's tanking, Ryan, you know. Team's a mess. Scholarship's toast. All 'cause Ryan can't keep his anger in check. My hands tighten around my coffee cup, the warmth grounding me as the liquid sloshes against the sides. A hot, unfamiliar anger surges in my chest, swallowing the shy stammer that usually trips me up. I lean forward, my voice low but sharp, steady in a way that surprises even me. You're the one sneaking into yards, Jeff, snapping photos like a creep. Everyone sees you for what you are. My pulse hammers, and I push to my feet, closing the gap between us, my eyes locked on his. So to what Ryan told you back in the gym that time, fuck off. The words burn my throat, raw and fierce, and I barely recognize myself. Where did that strength come from? My hands tremble, not with fear, but with the thrill of finally pushing back. His smirk falters, just a flicker, but it's there. A cheerleader at the next table claps, loud and sharp. Get him, Luke, she calls, her friends nodding. Others turn, whispers rippling. That's Jeff? Heard he's dodging trespass charges. Jeff's eyes dart around, his jaw tight, and for once, he looks small. He mutters something I can't hear and bolts out the door, his jacket flapping. The cafe hums again, but my hands are shaking. Proud, yeah, but overwhelmed. Like I just ran a marathon. And the cheerleader gives me a thumbs up and I nod, my face burning. I grab my sketch pad and slip out, needing air, needing quiet. That was me standing up to Jeff, but it doesn't feel like victory. It feels like everyone's eyes are still on me. My hands are still buzzing from the cafe, Jeff's smug face stuck in my head like a bad sketch. I need to talk to someone who'll get it. Someone who'll make this feel less heavy. Bobby's been my rock through all this, and after standing up to Jeff, I want to tell him. Need to tell him. His phone's been off, probably because he's been at practice all morning, so I pull it out and text him. Hey, you at your place? Can I swing by? My thumb hovers, then hits send. A minute later, he replies, Yup. Just got back. Come over, dude. I cut across campus, the quad's noise fading as I head toward Bobby's apartment. It's not far, just a quick walk past the dining hall and some dorms, but my heart's still racing from earlier. I keep replaying how I told Jeff to fuck off, how the cheerleader clapped. It felt good, but it's left me shaky. Like I'm not sure who I am right now. All I know is Bobby'll listen, maybe even laugh about it, and that's what I need. I knock on his door and Bobby swings it open, still in his practice gear, sweaty t-shirt, gym shorts, a towel slung over his shoulder. Yo, Luke, he says, grinning wide. Get in here, man. You look like you just ran from a bear. His place smells like pizza and Gatorade with cleats kicked into a corner and a game controller tangled on the couch. It's messy, but it's Bobby. Comfortable. Real. I drop onto the couch, picking at my sleeve, and he flops into a chair across from me, cracking open a soda. So, what's up? You're all jittery. Spill it. I take a deep breath, the words tumbling out. I ran into Jeff at the cafe. He was being a dick, saying me and Ryan are tanking the team. I snapped Bobby. Told him he's the creep sneaking around yards. Told him to fuck off. People heard. Cheered even. I don't know where it came from. Bobby's eyes go wide, then he laughs, loud and bright. No way, you told Jeff to fuck off? My little bro's out here throwing punches with words. He leans forward, fist bumping the air. Proud of you, man. Jeff's been dodging heat, but you just lit him up. I blush, ducking my head, but his grin's contagious. Yeah, well, I'm still freaking out about it. I admit. Campus is all on our justice for Ryan. Flyers everywhere. It's a lot. Bobby nods, his face getting serious. Speaking of that, shit's going down with the team. I was at practice earlier and the locker room's a mess. Half the guys are pissed Ryan's gone, say he's our ace. Other half's whining his drama, their word not mine, is screwing our focus. Like, come on, Jeff started this crap. My heart skips. They're talking about Ryan like that, I ask, leaning in. Yeah, Bobby says, sipping his soda. I was arguing with some of them, saying as our star player, not some troublemaker. Even coaches feeling the heat wouldn't say it outright, but you can tell. The board's all about the punch, sticking to rules, but the vibe's off. Those hashtag justice for Ryan posts, they're getting loud, Luke. People are calling it a gay thing, saying the board's full of it. And Dad's lawyers? Harper and Stone's got the campus buzzing. Word is, they're digging into Jeff's trespass, pushing hard. I hold my breath, my fingers gripping the couch. Dad's plan is stirring things up, just like he said at dinner. You think it's working? I ask, my voice quieter than I mean. Bobby leans back, nodding slow. Hell yeah, it's working. Teams split, but the ones who matter, they're with Ryan and the campus. Man, it's like a fire's lit. Flyers, hashtags, all of it. Jeff's slipping, and the board's gotta be sweating with Dad's firm on their ass. My pulse races, a mix of hope and nerves. Ryan's team isn't all against him. Some see the truth, see Jeff's mess. The campus is fighting for us, and Dad's pushing from the other side. It's messy, but it's moving, maybe towards something good. I look at Bobby, his eyes fierce like when he's on the field. Thanks, I say, my voice soft. Needed to hear that. Anytime, bro, he says, tossing me a soda. You and Ryan? You're tougher than Jeff's ego. Keep swinging like you did today. I snag the soda can with a quick grab, steadier than my usual fumble, a small grin tugging at my lips. The pressure's still heavy, but Bobby's words echo, lifting it just enough, like we're forging something unbreakable, battle by battle. An hour later, back at home, I'm in my room. I shut the door and breathe deep, the quiet wrapping around me like a blanket. My sketch pad's on my desk, and I flip to a new page, charcoal in hand. I start drawing Ryan, on the field, mid-throw, his eyes fierce like he's fighting for us. The lines flow easy, his strength pouring onto the page. This is for us, I whisper, my voice soft but sure. The attention's suffocating, but every flyer, every post, every clap in the cafe, it's fuel. I'm still shy, still me, but I'm holding on. For him. For this. The X posts keep rolling in. Justice for Ryan hitting thousands now. One catches my eye, a blurry shot of Jeff ducking out of the cafe captioned, "Guess who's not winning hearts?" Fire Jeff. I almost smile, but my chest's tight. The board's wobbling. Dad's lawyers are closing in. But Jeff's not done yet. I trace Ryan's sketch, my fingers smudged with charcoal. We're close. So close, but it's not over. Yesterday was a whirlwind. Shutting Jeff down at the cafe left me buzzing, his smirk crumbling, the crowd's cheers ringing in my ears. It kept me wired through classes, my nerves raw but my resolve sharper. The campus is a storm. Justice for Ryan flyers plastered everywhere. Whispers about Ryan's scholarship. My phone still pinging with that damn photo. It's heavy, and I'm worried about Ryan. But I'm not drowning. Dad's got lawyers tearing into Jeff, and yesterday I proved I can fight back. I'm conflicted. Part of me hates the spotlight, but mostly I'm ready for this battle, ready to stand by Ryan. After my last class at 5, I needed him. Not just his calm, but his fire to fuel mine. I texted, "Can I come over?" His reply was instant. "Always, babe." I step into his flat, my backpack hitting the floor with a thud. Ryan's by the couch in a fitted tee and sweats, his lopsided smile a beacon, but there's a weight in his eyes. Something worn, like the team's betrayal and campus noise have chipped away at his usual steel. He's still strong, still my Ryan. But for the first time, I see cracks, a vulnerability that twists my heart. It ignites something in me, not pity, but a fierce need to show him I'm not the shy kid anymore. I'm his partner, his equal ready to fight the shitstorm with him. I want to claim him, to hit a home run that proves we're unstoppable together.
Tough day?
He asks, voice low, a little frayed like he's carrying the world. I nod, stepping close, my eyes locked on his. His warmth draws me in, but I'm done being the timid one. My hands grip his shoulders, firm, pushing him gently against the couch. His brows shoot up, surprise flashing across his face, but his lips part, a spark of curiosity in his gaze. I lean in, our mouths colliding, hot and hungry. Ryan groans, a raw sound that sets me ablaze, and I press harder, my body pinning his, letting him feel my strength.
"Luke,"
he murmurs, voice thick, a hint of confusion like he's not used to me taking charge. I pull back just enough to meet his eyes, my voice low, steady, brimming with a confidence that feels new but right. "I've got you, Ryan. Let me show you how strong I am." His eyes widen, then darken with need, his breath hitching as he nods, surrendering to whatever I'm about to unleash. It's a shock to him, and hell, to me too, that I'm leading, but it feels like fate. Like I was built for this moment. Clothes hit the floor fast, tees ripped off, sweats yanked down until we're naked, skin flushed under the warm glow of the floor lamp. The lo-fi playlist hums, its soft beats wrapping us in intimacy as I guide him onto the couch, his back sinking into the cushions, our sweat-slick bodies tangled, hearts hammering. We lie there, breathless, his arms wrapping around me, the lamp's light catching the sheen on his skin. I've shown him. I'm not just his shadow, I'm his strength, and he feels it. His grip tight, his breath steadying. His fingers trace my back, a silent vow, and I know we're stronger now. Ready for whatever comes. Hours later, it's late, maybe 10 p.m., and I'm tugging on my jacket, ready to head home. Ryan's leaning against the counter, hair mussed, eyes soft but alive like I've reignited his fire. His phone buzzes on the coffee table, cutting the quiet. He grabs it, scanning the screen, and a spark of hope lights his face.
"Bobby,"
he says, reading.
"Says the board's meeting Jeff's folks right now. Coach told him your dad's lawyers have him shook, deal's close." "Aye,"
Ryan says, his voice bright but steady, eyes flicking up from the phone.
"They're talking a 1-game suspension for me, plus some community coaching. Fair for the punch. Jeff's dodging trespass charges, no legal hassle, but he's not getting off easy. He's got a 1-game suspension, too. Weekly check-ins with the coach, and a series of rainbow awareness workshops to face why his actions hurt us. Bet that'll rile him up."
Ryan says with a wry grin.
If I hadn't punched him, he'd be staring down criminal trespass charges and the privacy thing. Way worse trouble. For you, Luke, they're planning a statement calling out Jeff for stirring this up and violating your privacy with that photo to set things straight. Plus, there's talk of free tuition for a semester to make up for all this.
His eyes lock with mine, hope flickering.
This could finally set things right for us.
My stomach knots. Jeff's just giving up, I murmur, doubt creeping in. He's too sly to fold like that. Ryan steps close, his hand wrapping around mine, firm.
Your dad's a bulldog, and us, we're tougher than anything Jeff's got.
Our eyes lock fierce like we could take on the world. We're so close. Ryan's team, my piece, but Jeff's out there, scheming. One move, and it all crumbles. What's his play?
Yo, what's good, fam? Thanks for rolling with Luke and Ryan's epic fight against the drama. The boards dropped a deal, but will Jeff swallow his pride and take the suspension, workshops and all? Or could that sly snake be plotting one last move to stir the chaos? Will Luke and Ryan's unbreakable bond stand strong against whatever Jeff might pull? And will the board's plan finally secure Ryan's scholarship and Luke's peace? Drop your predictions in the comments. Think Jeff's got another trick up his sleeve? Smash that like button if you're Team Luke and Ryan, and subscribe to catch the next twist. Don't sleep on this. The drama's heating up. Peace out.